Yo! Perfidious Pete here. Back to jet a hot, runny Duece like a terrified hen who just smelled a fox in the coop in Darkest Dungeon. Chicken shit joke, Pete? Yeah, you know me. I'm all about calling a spade a spade. So, when I'm being a coward who hates and fears the unfamiliar, the chicken shit reference seems appropriate. I'll call myself a chicken shit. I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, okay, I'm a little ashamed of it, but I'm not ashamed enough to not do it. How's that? I know new content awaits for us. We've got the courtyard available. We could go into the Crimson Court and tangle with the terrors therein. I'm sure this cloud of blood midges that's flying around the ancestors' memoirs is not an omen of good. It's like the gaggle of TMZ reporters lurking outside Justin Bieber's house. It's a good indication that something bad is about to happen. But I can't bring myself to go down into the Crimson Court because it just seems kind of foolish to take a crew of level 1 heroes, most of whom have a relatively high stress level that we can't get rid of thanks to these blood midges, as I understand it. Like, all of these stress-relieving activities are sort of off-limits while the midges are in town. Yeah, see? Oh, you just won't drink. Oh, we can still do stress. I mean, we can still do stress. I don't want to pay $1,250 to get allowance stress down. It's not that high. I thought we couldn't do stress relief. Well, maybe that doesn't matter. But the thing said, maddening pestilence, illness, and irritation abound. Do people just get stress if the blood? Is that how it works? It's not that you don't get. See, we don't know how these mechanics work, and that's why I don't want to take a level 1 crew down in to face these unknown horrors. So instead, I think I'm just gonna puss out like an animated boot-shod cat voiced by Antonio Banderas. And instead of going in to tangle with the court, I think we just go and find a better, different mission. It's because since I don't know what to expect from the Crimson Court, it's just in my nature, I'm inclined to try and over-prepare. I'd say it's the Boy Scout in me that's looking for something to do, but I was never a Boy Scout. So the only way I have Boy Scout in me is if, you know, at some point an unscrupulous restaurant ground up a Boy Scout and served it to me as food. Or you're going to count Bruce Willis's performance in The Last Boy Scout, because I have seen that film probably 25 times. That's the only other way I can think of that any Boy Scout would have gotten into me. You know, Bruce Willis's Boy Scout character, though, in that, not really that much of a Boy Scout. Homeboy fucked a squirrel to death, man. It doesn't seem like a very Boy Scout maneuver. I'm just looking at the trinkets here on these other missions. We need a medium mission or longer, because I do want to have an opportunity to camp, and we can camp at the 11th hour and try to use that camp as a way to get rid of our stress. I like that plan. I also really like this Blight Amulet. I'm less enthused by the fact that these are portraits, but it is an explore 90% of rooms mission. If we get lucky with the dungeon layout, we could get through this relatively quickly. I think this is our bet. Let's take the usual suspects down and in. What abilities do you have? Point blank shot, duelist advance, and open main. So we want to reorder a little bit. Good cop, bad cop. All right, they're switching up. Othello can be just as useful from the second position as he is from the first. You've got all the appropriate abilities for Lady Macbeth now, and Perdita is looking pretty sweet. All right. We do have newcomers, Caliban and Lavinia over here, but I don't really feel like this is time to premiere them in a dungeon. Another advantage of a camp here is we can also get rid of Othello's tetanus. He went down to the shambles and got caught up in a ruckus down there with Iago over a handkerchief. And picked up a case of the tetanus. The shambles, man, place is a bloody shambles. 2 full stacks of food. You know what? We probably don't need quite that much. Let's take 20 food, save a little cash. Shovel's just going to go with 3. We already have 1 anti-venom, and we're going into the ruins, so it seems unlikely that we'll need more. I will take a couple bandages, 1 medicinal herb. Medium-length mission, so we're going to bring a key. There is a non-zero chance we could find the secret room, although they, as I understand it in this, based on the patch notes, which I did read, they dramatically reduce the chance that you find the secret room. So maybe the key is going to be less of an investment than it used to be. It's like a less sound investment. But still, at 200 gold, if we can find a secret room once in like 20 missions, it definitely pays for itself. Torches. Let's just take, you know what? We're taking an odd number of torches. I'm going to take 13 torches. People are like, P, 13 is an unlucky number. Friday the 13th, man. What are you going to get hacked apart by Voorhees? Now, you know, actually, I think 13 for me tends to be a luckier than average number. I won 1,200 bucks one time betting on 13 shooting roulette. Do you shoot roulette, Pete? No, you play roulette. But I did win 1,200 bucks playing roulette one time in Vegas betting on 13. It's a pretty good day. Always bet on 13. Vicariously, you can always bet on black because I'm pretty sure on a roulette wheel, 13 is also a black number. And it lets you make a sweet-ass Wesley Snipes reference. You know what you shouldn't bet on Wesley for is to pay his taxes. Always bet on taxes. You should have heeded your own advice, Wesley. Let's get to work. Who you should always actually bet on, Wesley, is the freaking IRS, because they're going to get their cash regardless of what you do. Chance for a little bit of cheap stress relief here. What's your 90, 60, 70? I'm tempted to go here at the 70% shot. It's just not worth it if we happen to miss that roll and fail, though. I'll just take the almost guaranteed 5 stress relief and go on with my life. The stress relief, yes, would have been more useful on Lady Macbeth, but had Lady Macbeth failed, the consequences are significantly more dire. So we're exploring 90% of rooms. We do have an obstacle here. I'd prefer to not have to dig my way through both of these obstacles. So we can't always go, and we could go up, down, over, and around. Okay, so yeah, we got blood last time. We used it, and it turns out that was a stupid idea. So I don't know what this shit is for, but the one thing I do know it's not for is fucking using it on a character, because when they drink it, they get all jacked up. That's how Lady Macbeth got most of the stress she has right now. She drank a vial of blood. She went all Angelina Jolie for a minute. She's like, oh, you know, Billy Bob won't care. Turns out Billy Bob definitely cared. There's a reason those two aren't together anymore, and mostly it's because Brad Pitt is fucking delightful, but still. Alright, so we're gonna use the herbs to cleanse the Iron Maiden. Got a speed stone. Alright, you know what? Speed stones are useful. Let's go ahead and equip that. More importantly, 2 deeds. Deeds early on are probably the most important heirloom, because they're the ones we use to upgrade the stagecoach. So we can get a swift kill here. Bam, you dead, dog. Comes the old grave nibble. Alright, stress attack on our most stressed unit is bad, but only 6. We got stunned, which is unfortunate because that's almost certainly going to deny us a kill. We don't really need heals here. Perdita picks up the swipe, and rather than go for the kill here, I'm going to rely on one of our people being able to win a speed roll. We're going to do some stress relief on Lady Macbeth. Came in with 6. We got that 6 back. That is not fatal damage, but shit. Well, we're going to take some more. Okay, great. Dodge it, Iago. Or alternatively, take it to the face. We can go double around here. And really, that sort of feels like the smart move. Let's just Divine Comfort. Fantastic healing. Yeah, we got a great production out of that bad boy. We're just going to have you move. We do have fatal damage on this guy, so we don't have to actually do anything. Another shot at some stress relief for Lady Macbeth. A little free torchlight as well, which is important. And then let's just go ahead and finish this. Another one falls. Activated and reposting. So, hey, you know what? All things considered, came out of that one ahead of the game. A little extra stress relief. It doesn't sound like much. It doesn't seem like much, but every little bit of stress relief is helpful. We picked up a net gain of 6 there. That's 6 we don't have to mess with. Spiders. Why'd it have to be spiders, Jacques? There's 1 fewer than there used to be. And hey, free stress relief. Alright, so stun or kill. These guys have 7 hit points. You know what? Stun. Alternatively, straight up miss. Also good. Kill? Oh, Perdita with the damn blow! The shot! Okay, as long as we don't take any criticals here, I don't really care. The blight we can cure. The web we're not too worried about as long as it doesn't stun us, which it did not. We are marked, which is admittedly a bit of a problem, but we could go for kills here. I still feel like maybe stress relief is the better option. Who's got more? 53, 55. All right. Othello. Let's get some encouraging words back there for our girl Perdita. You killed this man. Did not kill him. You are reposting, which is helpful. Yeah, I know how blight works. Thanks. I would really rather leave 1 spider alive and get an opportunity for some cheap stress relief. Not a critical, so we're fine. Tempted to... You know what? I actually am going to cure this blight. I was going to say I'm tempted to cure the blight, but I'm beyond tempted. I trust these guys are going to be able to get the kill. 46. Let's get you lowered down a little bit. Got you down to 47. You guys lost a speed roll to a spider, but the dodge, though! Lady Macbeth, that was brilliant! And there's the killing shot. Solid work, everybody. You guys are, you know, I feel like you're gelling a little bit here. Magellan, Pete, are they actually gonna try and circumnavigate the globe? Well, no, but I'm not taking that blight damage. That's it. I got anti-venom. I know we have a unit that can cure anti-venom, so in combat anti-venoms, yeah, maybe we'll just wait for let our plague doctor sort of do their thing. In between combat, where we don't have a chance to use battlefield medicine, though, we paid good money for that anti-venom. We're unlikely to find a curio that's going to require anti-venom in the ruins. At least as far as I know. Again, I know they changed a lot of the curio interactions. I know they added some new curios. Darkest Dungeon, a little bit different experience, but, you know, not everything is different. Like, I bet this still works on the decorative urn. See? Still works.
Fortune, waiting to be spent.
You may be overstating slightly when you call that a fortune, Wayne. I mean, it's like 1,000 gold, bro. A fortune? Well, I mean, it's better than a kick square in the dick, but I wouldn't say it's a fucking fortune by any stretch. Good dodge, Othello. If only he had been as clever seeing through Iago's trap, we'd be in great shape. I kind of feel like we're in a little bit of a problem for Torchlight here. Never touch books. It's possible to... See, that's the thing. It's possible the book curio has also changed. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about our overall Torchlight here. It's starting to feel a little problematic. Maybe what we'll do, since we've got scouting in a couple of these rooms, maybe we'll push our luck a bit. Oh, good. Othello, why? Why? Only foul-smelling air. Okay, I mean, that's acceptable. Somebody beefed in the Iron Maiden before they shut it for the last time. Be like, well, I mean, if I'm going in here, and this is going to be my... I know how the torch works, thank you. Going to be my death throws. I'm at least going to cut the cheese in this Iron Maiden and leave it unpleasant for the next guest. Do we risk a dark hallway? I think we can. I think we can get away with it. Well, that was, yeah, a bad idea. Because of the stress. Well, we already have faced probably the worst of it. It's just a really bad idea to try and fight this fight. Let's get the light level up to where we have all of the advantage. Yes, I know that took 2 of our torches. And yeah, you know, in hindsight, we could have completely gotten away with it. Would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for you pesky kids. Oh, old man Witherspoon. What a card you are, sir. Sack's contents are ours. 500 gold. We will take it. What are we gonna leave it behind? Of course you'll take it, Pete. Yeah. Stating the obvious there. Way to go. What are you, a spokesman for Captain Morgan suddenly? I mean, I wouldn't say no, Captain Morgan, if you guys are out there and you'd be like, hey, you need somebody to do the new Captain Obvious thing? I mean, I may be exactly your boy. Yeah, we should have... Oh, this is gonna suck. We should have brought more torches. Okay, give me the stun, though. If you can stun those guys, maybe we can make something happen here. Get a kill with this bone rabble. Alright, that's helpful.
Give them no quarter.
Comes a little graveyard slash. He did the mash, the monster mash. It caught on in a flash. So, we definitely want to have you bomb the shit out of this dude. Because the other one misses his next turn due to stun. And if we can stick a blight on that guy, we might be able to go straight in and get a kill. We gotta kill these bone rabble because I want to get them out of the road. And Othello for the rest of this fight is probably doing nothing but stress healing. Tempting Goblet to our Highwayman is good, actually. He can afford to take the stress. I'm tempted to go for another stun, but the odds of us getting the double-double there are pretty slim. Go ahead and kill this guy. That'll start you reposting.
A faint hope blossoms.
Perdita probably won't get a kill with that, but it is fatal damage now, so even if he beats us on a speed roll, we're going to be okay. Who's got the most stress? Still Lady Macbeth. All right, let's get rid of some of that. Also get a 1-point heal in for our trouble. Little bit of bonus torchlight, too.
Unforeseen, unforgiving.
Okay. I mean, all things considered, that could have gone a hell of a lot worse. Could have gone a hell of a lot better as well, but it could have gone a hell of a lot worse. Chance of room battle, Pete? Yep, we're chancing it. All right, we got away with it. Take that, old man Witherspoon. Pesky kids or not, we got away with it. We're really sort of flirting with disaster here, though. Another hunger prompt. All right, I mean, we've got food, so it's okay. 21. Okay, we're gonna be in total inky darkness here. Let's check it out. Stash loot! Yes, we did it. Okay. The good stuff. Pitch black darkness. I'm not going into a room in the pitch black. We're gonna cap our torchlight. Remember, we only got to explore 90% of rooms, so it's a damn good thing we did. We made the right call. So we can only point blank shot this man. I mean, we do have shadow fade though. We could go for a... Actually, that's tracking shot. Tempting, but no. Give me the point blank. Got the pushback. We definitely go for the stun here. The cultist dodged it. Well, that sucks. Alright, the cultist oddly has chosen to use eldritch push, which really is no big deal. Even had that shot connected, not much of a problem for us. Yes, we could have gotten a kill on this guy, but I'm actually vastly more worried about stress than damage. Even though Iago is starting to take a little bit more damage than I'm fully comfortable with. Stun wears off on Jimmy the Bomber. We've got one kill and a very badly damaged Bone Rabble. Damaging that Bone Rabble, arguably, not the greatest call, because we're still going to have to throw another attack at that guy if we want him dead. This Acolyte, though, pretty untouchable. Okay, this is not fatal damage, but this is the last attack this guy makes, and it's another Eldritch Push, which was resisted and into the riposte. That's beautiful. Here comes the coral. This is just damage, and Othello can take it. We definitely want to throw a big heal at our boy at this point. I say a big heal and then healed for 3. Yeah, Othello taking another 6. That's all right. He's a big fella. He can take it. 59, 68. Let's get you a little stress relief there, Perdita. We got the juice. We got the stuff. We got the snuff to take these guys down, even if it's just by stacking Blight on them over and over. This guy, I believe, does have fatal damage now. Yeah, he needs 1 additional to top him off. I'd really like to put the hit on him, but I'm not going to. He's going to get another shot. As long as it doesn't critical, perfectly fine. And 4 damage for Perdita is no big deal. Little Graveyard Slash, Lady Macbeth, 5 damage there. Again, not really much of a problem. We could finish that guy off with a tracking shot, but I'd really rather kill the Bone Rabble because we already have fatal damage on that unit. 59 and 62. Looks like Lady Macbeth's grabbing it again. Wait, I'm sorry, Perdita's grabbing it again. Lady Macbeth is in the back and still perfectly fine. If we could win some more speed rolls here, folks, this would be delightful. We're also going to throw every heal we can just to try and farm criticals and get some stress. We're moving to just avoid...
Great is the weapon that counts on its own.
Another vial of blood. So those... What the hell do those do? They're a stackable item, but what purpose do they serve? I mean, it's the Crimson Court, so we know there are vampires and shit in this. I'm assuming the blood has something to do with the vampires. Maybe we can throw it at them as a distract. Oh, good, he stole a torch. You know, you stole the 600 gold, Othello, you miserable bastard. I'm a little salty about the gold theft, but I'm actually more salty about the fact that you... Yeah, I'm actually more salty about the fact that you,
Destroyed.
Took the torch. I'm definitely not salty about that sweet critical we just scored, though. Okay, Perdita's gonna drop 6 on you. Just, okay. And then I think we'll just go for... Let's go for the Jacques. That's it. Fatal damage all around. These guys never even get a go. I really feel like that should have some kind of stress diminishing effect. If we can kill an entire squadron of enemies before they even get a chance to swing, that feels like a pretty significant victory, though. Like, that's the kind of thing where we should be like, we get some stress relief for that. They showed up, we wiped the floor with them, they never even knew what hit them. Definitely gonna go for the stun here. Bone Arbalest, both on lockdown. Fantastic start. Let's go ahead and get the riposte started. Potentially Iago takes a little bit of damage here. We might consider throwing a heal at him. Just, nope, definitely not. We're actually gonna be healing Lady Macbeth now because she's really hurt. So big heal at Lady, but oh, there's a big crit from Perdita, and we could use that stress relief. No chance for stress relief from Othello here. We need the damage. Bump in the night. Probably gets that man dead. Nope, not quite. 1 damage short. So let's pile a little blight action on these boys. You know, we probably won't get 7, but we can probably get a kill out of that. Exactly what we needed. That's 1 less Arbalest to have to deal with.
A death by inches.
Yeah, death by inches. Suck it. How do you like that death by inches, boys? You know, Othello is going to be able to get both of those guys. I'm going to hit you with a tracking shot. I'm going to trust that Othello can get both of these guys dead in 1 shot. Sweet dodge, bro. Okay, I mean, 3 damage is 3 damage. They're really hating on Othello, though. 5 damage on the follow-up. That's a little more significant. There's the double kill. So we're going to have... We don't have fatal damage, but all we need to do is hit this man with like pretty much any attack, and we'll get us home at this point. Can't hit you with that, so I guess we'll just blank shot a corpse. He's gonna get... Alright. You're paying that jabbing. 3 damage. Alright. That's fine. We have fatal damage on this guy already, so let's opt for heals and stress relief. This guy's already done. He's ticking for 4. He's only got 3 left. 55, 60. Perdita gets the stress relief. I would love to get an AoE heal out of Perdita if the odds, you know, if the chance exists. Just move you back to the front. Other battlefield manages. Nope. Alright, I was hopeful we could get another vial of blood.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious.
So the dungeon is complete. The question now becomes, do we continue adventuring? We're out of torches. We'd be gambling. You know what? No. The benefits of the guaranteed stress relief here, it's much better to just take this stress relief while we can get it. So what camming skills do we have? Well, one thing we got to do, we got to remove blight and disease. So we definitely want to apply the leeches here and get rid of the tetanus from our boy Othello. What do you got? Bandit's sense, I think, is, yeah, definitive. We want to use that because I don't want to have to fight again. Cleaning your guns or wound care, not interested in either of those. Zealous speech is excellent. It's 15 stress for everybody. You know what? Do it. We completely cleared the stress from Othello and Iago. We got really good stress relief on these two. It's all we can really do, but we got these guys down to 30 and 29 respectively. So overall, we got aggregate stress reduction, we got EXP, we got cash, we got loot, we got prizes. The dungeon's complete. We got 3 vials of blood, whatever the hell those are useful for. And we can see what's in this sarcophagus. Hidden treasures. More heirlooms, which we could definitely use. All right. All things considered, that went pretty well, I think. Plus, hey, Blight Amulet, which we definitely need. Bonus Blight skill chance. Lady Macbeth's gonna be all over that. She'll be all over that like she's all over a Scottish noble with a dagger. Is that a Banquo joke? Yeah, I mean, sort of. Kind of half-assed backwards my way into it. Several portraits. Resolve levels up. This is what we wanted to see right here. Lady Macbeth did not make it. She's the only one. A Blutomania, obsessed with cleanliness. That's a good thing to be obsessed with, Iago, especially when you have such a filthy, filthy dark stain on your soul. Sidomania, obsessed with food. Paranormania, and hey, Perdita is deadly. This is going to sound strange saying, but +1 critical on a Vestal is actually fucking amazing. Because it's +1 critical. That applies to all of her... No, you know what? It may not apply to her heals. Bonus critical does not apply. The town is a buzz. A crumbling stone entry to a forgotten labyrinth garden has been uncovered. The discoverer, sadly, has perished from innumerable insect stings. Concern rises. Stress reduction activities in town are slightly less effective. So it's not that we can't use them, it's just that they don't work as well. Alright, we also have access now to the survivalists. And also the sanitarium, which is fantastic. And the nomad wagon, which I honestly couldn't give a single shit about. So what are we gonna do? Do we want to take these guys? Do we want to have them go one more go round? What do our missions look like? We could go try to kill the apprentice necromancer. No fucking chance. Silence in the crypts is good. We've got a haste chalice for a Vestal, which is not fantastic, but is like sort of okay. don't want to go on a short mission. I can't do a veteran mission. We could go to the Crimson Court. Alternatively, we could go try a short in the Warrens. Short in a Cove. So if we want to do another medium mission, it's this one to activate 3 corrupted altars. I like 5 deeds. Also, we don't necessarily have to take Othello, Iago, or Perdita either. We've got new guys down here. Speaking of new guys, too, we should check the stagecoach. So we could pick up a new Crusader. We should definitely grab an Occultist. I really like Occultists, and they actually got buffed in the Crimson Court. Honestly, I feel like having a bonus Bounty Hunter. No real drawback there. A second Crusader? I say why not? Let's get these guys in here. We got room. We got room. And speaking of room, can we do any upgrading here? Nope. It's gonna be a minute before we can get any upgrades, and we cannot get experienced recruits until we level up our weaponsmith, armorsmith, and instructor, which may not be a terrible idea. We already have you at level 2. So the instructor master has already been pumped once. Blacksmith, you been pumped yet? Nope. And we don't have the ingredients to do it. We could reduce the cost of upgrades, but if we can't upgrade, why worry about reducing the cost? So I'm thinking, yeah, we're probably done here. Let's wrap it up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. I'm probably gonna Puss in Boots at least one more mission. I want to take a full team of level 2s in, and I think we've got the workable portions of a team we could use to get Lady Macbeth in and also potentially get her some stress relief on the way. We will have to buy a skill to facilitate that, but I still feel like it's highly doable. We also got some mark synergies here we can use with Lounce and our Cultist, and then we just need really anybody else who can fill in probably. We could take Lavinia, but I'm thinking maybe if we're going to go with a group that's mark heavy, and we'll have 3 markable units, Bassett, our bounty hunter here, who's definitely not going to be Bassett, might be our better option. That's probably what we're going to do. If you want to see that, and including finding out who Bassett, although I really like the name Bassett because he sort of sounds like a hound and he's a bounty hunter, then I get a dog to bounty hunter kind of vibe. Dog to bounty hunter actually looks a little bit like a Basset hound with the hair hanging down on both sides of his heads. It's like the long floppy ears. I know I'm digressing here, but I'm just trying to wrap this up. If you want to, see more, consider subscribing as well. New episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.